My bookshelves are finally set up! Yay! Hi! Welcome back and welcome to another vlogmas video. I'm Fran, this is Fran Nook in the pages, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a quick bookshelf tour. I tried to film one of those setting up my bookshelves kind of videos, but it didn't work. It wasn't good. So let's go for the next best thing, which is a quick bookshelf tour of my bookshelves. I'm not gonna show you each book individually, but I'm just gonna go through the sections in which I organized my bookshelves. Disclaimer, these are not all the books that I own because many of those books are back at my family home, and these are also not all the books that are present in this house right here because I have a bookshelf slash closet cupboard kind of thing where I have my Italian books and my graphic novels are somewhere else because they are too big and heavy for these bookshelves behind me. So these are just some of the books that I have in this house and the books that fit into the categories in which I divided my books. Hopefully it makes sense. Before we begin, a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, to like and share this video, click on the bell thingy if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. You can follow me on social media, befriend me on Goodreads. I have a Ko-fi account, which is a digital tipping service. You will find, as always, all this information in the description down below. And now let's go see how I organized my bookshelves. Beginning with the top left shelf, I have my literary fiction books. Specifically, the ones on the left are literary fiction books that talk about other cultures or might be set in other countries, other than, of course, the US and Italy, because those would go on the right side of this shelf. Going to the right, whoops, that was a trip. Here I have some contemporary fiction, very cozy, standard, and here on the right I have my middle grade section of books. Not many, I know, but it is to be improved. Going below, I have some YA books on the left. These books didn't really fit in any of the other categories, so I just decided to put them there and they look okay for now. Whereas on the right, I have a section with all the books that I own that are set in New York. They might need a bigger section now that I'm thinking about it, but as I've said in previous videos, I just love books that are set in New York. I love New York as a setting. I think it gives a specific vibe to a book, and I wanted all the books that I owned set in New York to be together on the same shelf. On the right, on the same level, I have some queer YA books. These are not all the queer books that I own. You've seen some in the New York shelf and you will see some in the other shelves categories, but these are specifically queer YA, so I wanted to have them on the same shelf grouped together. On the same shelf below, starting from the right, I have my collection of short stories, and on the left I have the graphic memoirs that I own. Graphic memoirs, I think, are a very niche thing, and I absolutely love them. Unfortunately, I've read many of them as ebooks on my Kobo, but these are the ones that I own, and since it's something that I particularly absolutely love, I wanted them all to be there together. On the same level on the left, I have my memoirs shelf, and you can see Trevor Noah's face just looking at you, and he's gorgeous. So these are all the memoirs that I own. You can see some queer memoirs in there, and I love to see all of them together because memoirs is another genre that I really adore. Unfortunately, again, these are not all the memoirs that I've read because I do tend to listen to most of them as audiobooks, so then I don't have the physical copy but only have the audiobook. But throughout time, I will collect the physical books as well of the ones that I have listened to and loved. And now we go to the very bottom of the floor. I couldn't use the tripod at this point, so I'm holding the camera. If I move a bit too much, I hope you'll forgive me for it. On the left, I have my non-fiction books, and on the right of this frame that you're seeing, I only have one book. I know it's a bit sad, but it's a mystery, and again, this is a genre that either I listen to on audiobook or I tend to read as an ebook, so I don't own many, but this is just another shelf to be filled and improved in time. And last but not least, here on the right, I have my fantasy and paranormal shelf. Again, this looks very empty because most of the books from this genre that I've read or that I want to read are back at home, so I don't have many here. I will bring some back with me from when I go home to visit for the holidays, but for now, this is what we have here, and I love to have all of them together because when I'm in the mood for some fantasy or paranormal books, I just know where to go. And since we're here, even though these technically are not on my new bookshelves, I might as well show you my prized collection of Italian and English graphic novels that I own. I haven't read all of them yet, but oh my gosh, I love them so much. I am so happy to own all of these graphic novels. I love reading graphic novels and I can't wait to have and read even more. They're just absolutely gorgeous. And this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Let me know in the comments if you like how I organized my books. I still have some doubts about the categories and how I displayed them and everything, so if you have any ideas, you can let me know in the comments. You can also let me know in the comments how you have organized your bookshelves. Let me know because I'm curious, and you could give me some ideas to improve my shelves. Again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the support and the comments and the energy that you're giving me throughout this vlogmas that we're spending together. I will see you tomorrow with another vlogmas video, but until then, have a good one, take care, and keep reading. Warm hugs. Bye!